The first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Murray. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. On first down, Drake. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's letting it fly for... This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Baker on the tackle.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Randall Cobb. Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
It's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any point. Take them when you can.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
Cardinals, nothing.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up
on 2nd and 12. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Murray to give. This is Drake.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Break the ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO.
And the Cardinals are going to have it first and goal, so he'll take this down to about the 3. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Texans 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, he figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And again this time to the tailback.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Torres. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 49.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
play fake, and it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
On play action, it's Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
6-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Operating from the gun, Watson, flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Prater's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, got a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the gun on third, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Torres.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Cardinals take over.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Right back to Drake. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Murray off play action. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
23 yards, the final tally. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Watson's throw here taken in by Cooks.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
To Brandon Cooks.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
First down.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Houston.
James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put it into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
33-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Drake, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Murray now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Murray going to look to run.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A 2-yard gain
The
on
Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Faking the give. Now Watson. Being chased out left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off in his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
They'll take over.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Watson on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all